My name's Bill Squire. You know that. She just said it. Fucking knowledge. Good. Went to the store earlier today and I couldn't find a parking spot. When I finally found one, this old lady started yelling at me. She's like, "Hey, I was going to park there. Didn't you see my turn signal?" I was like, "Yeah, I knew you had it on, but I didn't know if you knew you had it on." And she started calling me names. She's like, "You ragamuffin, I had to box your ears." I'm like, "I don't know what that means." And if she would have been nice, I probably would have just moved my car. But since she was being kind of a bitch, I was like, "Phew, good luck trying to get your wheelchair up the curb." Because I parked across the spot blocking the ramp. She was having some trouble. I could have helped her if I wanted to because I know CPR, but Not made of time. And I really do know CPR. When you know CPR, they give you a little card that basically says you can save lives. But I don't think you should get a card if you can save lives. I think you should get a card if your life is worth saving. Like, say some guy has a heart attack, I pull out his card, it's like, "I'm a volunteer firefighter, and I love to give to charity." It's like, okay, I'll save your life. You're a good person. Maybe some other guy, though, it's like, "I'm a shift manager at Burger King, and I like to look at child pornography." Sorry, buddy. I don't like Burger King's fries. They're terrible. My card would say, "I'm a struggling stand-up comedian that works on the radio, yet I still barely live above the poverty line. Please let me die." Seriously, I took out a very large life insurance policy against myself. My family will be much better off if I'm dead. So please, let me die. Honestly, I'm not much of a father or husband. I made this extra long so that you'll keep reading it in hopes that by the time you're done reading it, I will be dead. The one-person applause break. You guys are almost an audience. I like it. The thing is, my children do make me crazy. They make me fucking insane. All right? That's why I understand why people go out and they take meticulous care of their lawn. It's not because they care how the lawn looks. It's because they're sociopaths that have been driven to that point by their children. When I'm out cutting my lawn, I'm not cutting my lawn. I'm murdering my lawn. I visualize their heads on top of each blade of grass, and it's just getting sliced off. I don't even use a lawnmower anymore. I use a sickle. I'm just like, "Ah! Ah! Yeah!" And I make them watch. I'm like, "This is you!" All this lawn work, all this like house care, I get it now. Like my dad would ask me to rake the leaves. I hated raking leaves as a kid, and now I get it, because each leaf represents another hope and dream that has fallen onto the ground and is mocking you. When I was a kid, I'm like, "It's just leaves." And now I see them like, "Fuck you, leaves. I can't stand the sight of you." So I have to get them. You used to be able to just set them on fire. You could get them in a pile and set them on fire and get revenge. Like, I got you, fucking leaves. But now you have to scoop them up and put them in a bag, and it's emasculating. You're just like, leaves, and the bag falls over, and they all spill out, and you just fall in the fetal position, crying, sucking your thumb. I have two options at this point in my life. I can either get rich enough and successful enough that I can pay someone else to take care of my leaves, or I just become the crazy old man that tries to catch the leaves before they hit the ground. Just with a butterfly net, like, "Oh, no, you no, no, no. Oh, fuck you, hopes and dreams. I got it. Ha!" On a windy day, well, I can't handle it. I can't take it. Just want to be happy. That's all I want. Which is why I want you guys to understand why it's important to look at the good side of cancer. Nobody ever looks at the bright side of cancer. I know you guys are a little nervous having heard that. It's a weird thing to say, all right? It's not. I'm doing it. Listen, right now, I'm Aladdin, you're Jasmine. I'm going to take you on a magic carpet ride. I'm going to show you a whole new world. Do you trust me? Or Pretend it's the Terminator. Come with me if you want to live. I think that's what it was. Or hold on to your butts. Whatever 90s movie reference you need to be on board for this bit, get ready, because it's fucking weird. But the point is, nobody ever looks at the good side of cancer. There are good things that come from cancer. I know it's a terrible disease. I've experienced it in my own life. It sucks. But there are good things. People get inspired. People get put on a clock. They get a little cancer panic, and they do something inspirational. They do something because they want to leave the world with one more thing. Steve Jobs, he got cancer, and he's like, oh, that sucks. iPod, iPhone, iPad. Now we can jerk off anywhere. Thank you, cancer. Walter White. Yeah. Maybe don't cheer that much. He was fake. But that was a really good show. And if there's no such thing as cancer, there's no Breaking Bad. Thank you, cancer. The biggest problem with cancer is that the wrong people keep getting cancer. If we could control who gets cancer, then we could get some shit done. Like if we could make Mark Zuckerberg get cancer, then he wouldn't be worried about redesigning Facebook with a new font. Oh, here it comes. It's rolling out this week. No, he would take all his billions of dollars and put it into cancer research and cure fucking cancer. Yes, thank you, cancer. And it doesn't have to stop with people like him. If we gave it to certain artists, certain musicians, they'd be inspired to do things that would just be transcendent. Like the best musician, my favorite musician from the 80s, Prince. Right? The best. And I know some of you guys are like, oh, what about Michael Jackson? He fucked kids, not into it. I know Prince looks like he fucked kids, but he didn't. And you gotta give him credit for that, because he wore all those puffy shirts, and you're like, I think he fucks kids, but he didn't. Good for him. But if Prince became a Jehovah's Witness and then his music got mediocre, it's still okay, but it's not Prince music anymore. But if you give Prince cancer, he forsakes his stupid religion and makes music so good that when you listen to it, you come in your pants. Just imagine that. People walking around with earbuds in, guys, and girls like, I don't know what it sounds like when a girl comes. But anyway, thank you, cancer. My favorite thing in the whole world is comedy. I love it more than anything. It's my favorite. I respect it. I love it. I want it to be more important than it is to people. And one of the most successful comedians over the past 10 years is Jeff Dunham. He's a ventriloquist. And while he is, hold on. That's fine that you like him, but he's not my cup of tea. But I do respect him because he works very hard. He has brought people a lot of happiness, but his comedy's way too broad. And I think he's very talented, but he's misguided. He wants to just do easy things. The anesthetic, yeah, that's funny, but it's too easy. I want Jeff Dunham to get cancer, and then he'll do comedy that's different and unique, right? It'd be amazing. He would be so funny if he got cancer, because that cancer panic would set in. That when you watched his jokes, laughter would become the actual best medicine. Like, you would laugh so hard, disease would leave your body. It would cure hunger. It would be the best thing ever. Ever. And even if it wasn't, at least another ventriloquist is dead. Thank you, cancer. You try making cancer funny.